All right, welcome back. Let me tell you a little story here. This is a gang story. And ironically, I watch cops too, and I yell at the screen like everybody else does. And as a policeman, I'm yelling, going, "What are you doing that for? That's improper tactics," or whatever. But ironically, a couple weeks ago, I saw one of these, and one of the officers narrated this. I thought, well, you son of a gun, you took my story. Okay, anyway. Paint sniffing was a big deal in the 70s. And what they do is they go to the store and they steal or buy a can of spray paint. Usually silver or clear, I don't know why. And in the can, it has toluol, and toluene is one of the chemicals. And this would get you high. It's similar to what kids do when they used to sniff glue. Same thing, the same ingredients in there. It's also in naphtha, which is a gas thing. And some of it is in, believe it or not, rubber cement. Okay, if you smell rubber cement, that odor in there, it's got the same thing. I know all this because I used to arrest people for this. Okay, because people get high on anything. And so we had a problem with paint sniffers. And what they would do is they get a can. They take off one of their socks, okay? They spray the sole part of it with the paint, roll it up, make a ball out of it, and then just carry it in their hand. They walk down the street and they sniff the glue, okay? Sniff the paint. Or they'd go down to the local grocery store and get the plastic bags you put your tomatoes in and your apples, and they'd spray it in there, and they just keep it like a what do you call it? Somebody hyperventilates, needs oxygen bag. You kind of put the bag up there, and they would sniff the paint that way. And of course, we could tell they were doing something because you come around the corner and they're walking, got something in their hand, either a sock or a bag or whatever, and they'd be kind of staggering like they're drunk. And of course, they see you and they throw it and they run. Okay, and then you grab them and they got the paint on their breath. If it's silver or sometimes gold, mostly silver, you'll see silver paint on their nose and their nostrils, around their mouth, of course in their hand, and they smell like paint. Oh, and by the way, real good story on realcopstoryvideos.com about a guy being spray painted completely in silver. It's one of the officers did that to him. I don't know what the title is, but look it up. We could look it up, but that's okay. If you look at my stories, you can find it in there. Okay, but anyway, so that's how you kind of know they're sniffing paint. Okay, now I'll give you an incident. That's the whole general thing. We had another story where a bunch of kids were on a balcony, and one of them fell off the balcony and broke his legs. That was another gang story about sniffing paint on that website, realcopstoryvideos.com. Okay. Anyway, my associate said I should plug that once in a while. So anyway, I'm done with this story. So anyway, so I want to tell you a story about. I'll get a thumbs up here about one. I'll take one guy in particular. I know his name vaguely. I think I remember it starts with an R, last name. I was working gangs, and he was probably like 17 in a gang. And we come around, we see two or three of them, and they all scatter, as they see us. And of course, you get in foot pursuit in one of them, and you see they're throwing stuff. And this particular guy ran pretty good. I chased him a couple, 3 blocks, and I think he ultimately fell. I couldn't catch him. I'm 30 years old. This guy's 17. He's running like a gazelle, right? So I caught him, cuffed him up, and of course he's blowing fumes. He's got silver in his breath, and he's chipping away at me, and I did nothing wrong, And so I pull up his pant legs because on purpose, and one of his socks is missing. So now I'm looking for his sock. So we walk back. We take the route. Most you see it on cops. You take the route that he used to leave you, and you look along the route looking for whatever you need, narcotics, guns, whatever. And sure enough, there's a sock laying on the curb, and that's his sock. Pick it up. How do I know it's his? I lift the other side up, and it's a perfect match. Okay, wow, I'm a detective. All right. So go back, put it. We had some jars, airtight jars. Put the sock in there because it stinks like crazy. And then we take him back and we book him for being under the influence. And there was a specific section for sniffing paint. And paint, well, put it this way, specific section in the California Penal Code for sniffing anything with a toluol or these type of chemicals. It includes glue, naphtha, rubber cement, whatever has that chemicals. There was a specific law for that, not just being drunk. No, this is different. He's sniffing. He's ingesting this. And I found out from the chemists early on when I first started doing gangs that this kills brain cells. Again, I'm not an expert, but I have my assistant who is an expert, is not in her head. This does kill brain cells. Doctors will tell me that. We have to go into the doctor's emergency room to get him treated, to have the doctor look at him, just to sign off that he's not dying of anything like heroin or overdose or something like that. And they would tell me, because we're learning all the time. I'm like a sponge out here. I don't know a lot of things about that sort of stuff. So we'd ask the doctor, and they'd tell us, yeah, just like having alcohol, you kill blood cells, this kills our brain cells. Okay, fine. So, 17, got to release him to his mom. Not a violent crime. He's just hammered. Okay. So we take him to his mom. She can't control him, of course. He's twice as tall as she is. He's, MFing us as we release him to his mom. He's cussing out as he goes into the house. What are you going to do? You can't arrest someone for swearing at you. So we've just felt sorry for him. We have to cry off we go. Well, remember now, he was running. He was chipping at the officers. He was very articulate. And okay. About 3 months later, another unit saw him. We have several gang officers, and they went in for pursuit of him. He was sniffing paint. Brought him in, kind of the same, kind of articulate. Pardon me, my nose is running. Kind of articulate, no problem. Okay. I'm working this gang unit about almost 2 years. So a year and a half into it, he'd been arrested 3 times that I know of. By us. I'm not sure what other agencies did him. So I was just getting ready to end my gang tour, this first gang tour, and I spotted him. Now he's 18 and a half. So he sees us, and he's got a sock again. They don't stop what they're doing. They want to get high. He sees us, and he throws it, and now he's running. Well, I noticed, because I chased the guy 8 months earlier, that he's not running a straight line, okay? He's doing one of these, he's running like this, and I'm behind him going, whoa, and I'm catching him. Okay, I did that before. When he was 17, he was running like the wind. So I'm catching him, I caught him, okay, down we went. Pick him up, and now he's like, first time he was like, well, you not arrest me for nothing, man, I didn't do anything wrong. Now it's like, hey, well, yeah, okay. It's not because he's under the influence he can't talk. It's because he's losing his brain cells, okay? And he can't walk, we have to help him up, he's staggering. I mean, it was pretty bad, okay? And the doctors and nurses told us this was gonna happen to these people if they keep doing it. And he would get counseling, he would get fined, and he didn't care, he just wanted to be high, okay? So now I leave. I go to another unit for about a year and a half. I don't see the guy. I'm working a different assignment. Come back out, I'm working, before I went to another division, I'm working a day shift. And I told my partner, hey, let's go down here and check out this spot where I can get some easy numbers here. Gang members are smoking, sniffing paint, everything. Goes, oh yeah, let's go do that. Get something going here. Come around the corner. We're in black and white uniform. Come around the corner. The other times I was in suit and tie. He knew who we were, but now I'm in a uniform. A couple of guys sitting there that you can see them doing this, sniffing their paint. They look up and they see the blue suits, so they start running and they're throwing their stuff. Well, my partner, he's an ex-Marine also. He takes off after the one guy, and I take off after this guy. Well, this guy took about 3 steps, and he wound up in the fetal position. Okay, he just fell. No reason to fall. Clear path for escape. And as soon as he fell and I ran up on him to grab him, it was the guy, the kid that I had gotten, I don't know how many, 18 months ago, okay? And he's laying there, and he is so wasted, I can't even describe. I can describe it, I can't even show you how bad he is. I mean, he's hunched over, he's laying there, I mean, he's almost a vegetable. I go, and I know his name. I call him, hey, R, I'll say R. How you doing? You know what I mean? He is gone, okay? Cuff him up, get the evidence. Partner comes back with the other guy, take him in. Sergeant comes up. I told him the story like I'm telling you briefly. I had this guy before. I recognize him. The gang unit looked him up. Yeah, you're on here. Me, I'm on there as making the arrest these 3 times. He is gone. I mean, he might as well be, it looked like he was I don't know how to describe it. He was unable to talk, complete a sentence, and sit up. And it wasn't because he's high. It's because he was high. But you could see the difference. He was high at 17. He was bright as a light bulb. Now he's just fading, man. I mean, it's bad. He was 20. No, he's 19. 19 years old. 18 and a half, somewhere in there. Incredible. And we booked him in, and I told my partner on the way back, I said, I had this guy before, man. He goes, man, he's gone. He's gone. I said, incredible. The evolution of this guy from I won't say a bright kid, but a young, energetic, 17-year-old kid turns into basically a blabbering idiot at the age of 18, a year and a half, almost 2 years later, gone. I mean, you can just tell. Kind of sad. But I don't know what happened to him. Obviously, I'm sure he didn't see 30. Probably didn't see 25 years of age. Anyway, so that's a paint sniffing story, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.